and trials and tribulations. All right. Today is officially the day that I can say DSP Gaming has officially hit 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, of course, you may say this is a joke. You're kidding, right? Like DSP Gaming, you created it in like 2010. The channel's been around for 12 years. You just hit 200,000 subs. How is this a celebration? But, you know, most channels who do this full time probably hit like 1,000,000 subs within 5 years. You're right. You know, my journey on YouTube has been dramatically different from most other people's, being that I started when I started. I made the kind of content that I did. I never gamed the YouTube algorithm at all, but instead I just did my own style of content that my viewers appreciated, but never really hit that mainstream YouTube algorithm to make things go. Jasper, what did you do? He's in my closet. Yeah, why did you just run out of the closet? What, did you knock something over? I never really hit that YouTube algorithm that made anything on this channel go viral. You know what I'm saying? Of course, back in the day, there were playthroughs that got very popular and would get millions of views in some cases. But for the most part, what is DSP Gaming about? Unedited and raw gameplay with live commentary that is a direct reaction to what you are seeing in the game. Okay? And for the most part, that hasn't changed, although in the last several years, I've definitely diversified who I am as a content creator. Sometimes it's not about the game. It's just about us having a hangout session where we talk and chill and have fun discussion. Sometimes the game definitely takes a backseat to that social aspect of the content that we're creating together. Sometimes I'm not doing games anymore. I'm doing React style content and other things. And that's great, because it's always good to branch out and to essentially make a variety of content, okay? And I'm happy that within, geez, think about it now, 12 years of this channel, okay, existing, it took 12 freaking years for us to hit 200,000 subscribers, okay? Now, make no bones about it, this is going to fluctuate, because I know for a fact that I have a troll element that subscribes to this channel, and then they'll unsub, and then more people will sub, and then they unsub. This is because these idiots need to sub to talk in my chat. Okay, they have to. If they don't subscribe to the channel, they can't talk in the chat at all. It's a sub-only channel. So, I guarantee you, now that I've made the formal announcement that we hit 200k subs, we'll dip again. And it might take another week or two for me to get back to the 200k level. I don't care. In truth, we already hit 200k. And I talked about this actually a couple weeks ago. We hit 200k like one night overnight randomly. I think it actually might have been on one of my days off. But then when I came back to stream, before I'd announced anything, we had dipped under again because the trolls unsubbed on purpose. They've been basically playing this dumb game because they think that they affect me and my destiny on this planet or even on YouTube. They have no effect at all. They're morons, okay? They think that anyone cares. No, we already hit it. It doesn't matter, right? It's a celebration of enduring for 12 years among an environment and an algorithm that does not favor me and my style of content, but I'm still here in 2022 making a living, having fun, doing what I love, and sharing that with all of you on a daily basis. All right? Now, I'm well aware that there are people who have been with me along the entire journey, and they've seen the evolution of what I am on the internet. You know, I started off as a guy who didn't really have a care in the world, right? I didn't care. And I essentially, you know, didn't think that anything that I did mattered. I thought that it was a joke. I couldn't believe that so many people liked my content back in the day to begin with and that they would want to watch it. I thought it was just some guy, some average guy dicking around on the internet, you know, reacting to games, right? And that's really what it was when I started. So take a look at my early years, especially my first maybe 3 years on YouTube, when it was the Dark Side Phil channel in the early days of DSP Gaming, where the content was very irreverent, right? It was like everything was over the top, sexualized, humor, racial humor that was more generalized. It wasn't like, racist jokes, but it was more like generalized towards any kind of culture. I used to call myself an equal opportunity offender. That's actually how I would describe myself, over a decade ago. And people liked it. And then what it is you take a look at something like that at that time period, and you're like, wow, that was in line with what people wanted. Things change over time, admittedly. And so what I've done is I have evolved myself over the years, time and time again, going from a camera pointed at a television to direct capture and live streaming, then going from just kind of fan service live streaming into interactive live streaming, then realizing once I started the interactive live streaming that essentially you can have more than just reacting to gameplay. It should be more about that. There should be a social experience. Case in point, and I know this is kind of pertinent for what we're literally going through yesterday and probably more of today. The Overwatch 2